Hi, I'm Agent 1, also known as Kate, and I'm from Alberta Northwest Conference.
And I'm Agent 2, also known as Michelle. I'm from BC Conference. And we interviewed John Thompson, candidate for moderator, nominated by Keewatin for Presbytery. Some interesting facts we learned about John are his spouse is Eleanor and he has 4 grandchildren. He's a triplet and he is identical to his brother Jem. He has 3 awesome dogs, Bubbles, a golden retriever, Gizmo, a shih tzu, and Sparkles. Only Sparkle knows what he is.
Some things he likes are pizza, tin roof ice cream, gardening, and building log houses.
And he values perseverance. He also said if he had a superpower, he would fly. The most extreme thing he has ever done was climb Mount Kilimanjaro with his brother and put the Canadian flag on top. He loves his life and celebrates and gives thanks every day. John could be your next moderator.
Moderator, children in council, thank you. Youth among us, special guests, visitors, and fellow commissioners. We are called to life, life in all its fullness. We are called to mission, God's mission, and there is a place for all of us in it. Cognizant of our diminishing financial resources and dwindling numbers, some view it as a position of weakness. I see it as a place of unique challenge and opportunity. I am reminded of the words of David expressed so often in the Psalms. I was brought low, O God, and you lifted me up. It is when we are humble before God that we are most sensitive and aware of our reality, that we can hear the cries of the people, the groaning of creation, and that we are made aware of the chains and the binds that hold us, the forces, the principalities and powers that diminish, threaten, and even destroy life. It is when we are humble before God that we can also be most sensitive to the moving of God's Spirit, that we are given glimpses of God's truth, and that we can become instruments of God's power and mission in the world. I believe that we are at a pivotal point in the history of the Church, and indeed in the history of humankind. Science and technology has made us aware of the smallness of our planet and the fragility of life. I believe God is calling us as a church and as a people to a shift in focus, to embrace a new vision. An underlying reality that is of paramount importance is that we are all part of one family, one sisterhood and brotherhood of humankind. Indeed, we are connected to all of life, past, present, and future. The Aboriginal expression, all my relations, embraces this wonderful truth. We have come to a place where we must learn to live in harmony with all of God's creation and with respect for all of life. The earth is God's and the fullness thereof. We are merely keepers, custodians. Life and people must be given priority over profit and greed. Our church has broken new ground in the past, and we can do it again. We are a united and uniting church. The principles that will draw us into a new reality are humility, sensitivity, openness and inclusiveness, honesty, courage, love, and truth. I believe the power of truth, of God, of love, is the greatest power in creation. Indeed, it was through this that we were made. God, truth, inspires us, embraces us, uses us, and it will prevail, even in spite of us. We can never be so presumptuous to say that what we speak or do is of God. Only God can make that judgment. We are a people of faith, and it is in faith and hope that we move. We are all in bondage of one form or another, and so in need of healing and wholeness. The scriptures have shown us time and again that God speaks through the poor, the marginalized, and the disempowered. It is for this reason that I believe the indigenous peoples of this world hold a message, a spirituality, and understanding that will bring renewal and healing and wholeness not only to themselves, but to the whole church, and indeed to the whole of creation. I believe the church is aware and sensitive of this as well, as it seeks to be open and inclusive and intercultural. And in establishing an Aboriginal council at the national level, the church is giving a stronger voice to First Nations as it lives out the apology. Having shared in life with Aboriginal peoples in Africa, India, and Canada for over 40 years, my life has been richly blessed as I have experienced firsthand the dreams, the hopes, the joys and celebrations, as well as the despair, the pain, the tragedies, and the brokenness of the people. I have learned through my journey to be patient, to be positive and faithful even in adversity, to be open and respectful of other perspectives and enriched by them, to have the courage to challenge and oppose the forces that prevent healing and diminish life. I offer myself to you. I promise to be faithful and diligent, and that I will move prayerfully without fear, but with courage and hope. Let us be open to the power of God's truth, to the promise of new life, a new creation, life in all its fullness, and to God be the glory.